20 science questions. Do you know the answers? Which is heavier? Tie because both weigh exactly 1 kilogram, same mass, different volume. Which burns faster? Thin candle because less wax means it burns out sooner. Which is louder? Whisper in an empty hall because empty space allows sound waves to reflect and carry farther. Which melts faster in hand? Crushed ice because it has more surface area in direct contact with the heat of your skin. Which floats in water? Wood because its cellular structure makes it less dense than water. Which gets wet faster in rain? Person standing still because spinning physically deflects a portion of the falling raindrops. Which shadow is longer? Evening shadow because the sun sits lower on the horizon, creating a highly elongated projection angle. Which cooks faster? Small potato because thermal energy penetrates to the core much faster through less mass. Which attracts more dust? Dry cloth because the friction of the dry fibers builds a static charge that actively pulls in airborne particles. Which is easier to cut? Warm butter because thermal energy softens the lipid structure, drastically reducing physical resistance. Which holds more water? Clay soil because its microscopic, tightly packed particles trap moisture effectively. Which produces more shadow? Frosted glass because its textured surface scatters and blocks light rather than allowing it to pass through cleanly. Which rusts faster? Iron in humid air because airborne moisture acts as a catalyst, rapidly accelerating the oxidation process. Which makes a louder sound? Drum hit hard because greater kinetic force produces a larger vibration amplitude. Which keeps ice longer? Plastic box because plastic acts as a thermal insulator, whereas metal rapidly conducts heat into the container. Which requires more force to stop? Fast-moving car because higher velocity generates massive forward momentum that must be overcome by the brakes. Which letter is clearer? Printed text because perfectly consistent, uniform shapes allow the human brain to process them instantly. Which boils faster? Plain water because introducing salt to water chemically elevates its boiling point, requiring more heat to reach a boil, which takes more space. One L of ice because water molecules uniquely expand into a rigid crystalline structure as they freeze, which loses heat faster. Small room because a smaller volume of total air requires significantly less time to drop in ambient temperature. Got a perfect score? Brag about it in the comments section, and don't forget to subscribe for more fun quizzes.